Hey everyone, let's talk about the truth behind expiration dates on food. I think that's probably the thing we get asked about the most when we're pulling food out of dumpsters. Well, isn't it expired? And aren't you concerned about eating expired food? And expiration dates, what were the expiration dates? And I've typed out a lot of responses to these kind of questions, but I thought it would be worthwhile just making a video to address once and for all, what is the deal with expiration dates? People. And I know I'm probably preaching to the choir because I think most of you know this, but there really are no expiration dates. That's a fairly new concept, and it's a misnomer. It's not correct. The only thing required by law to have an expiration date is baby food. The dates on the food packaging are not expiration dates. Your food does not magically expire on a given date. If the food's good, it's good. If it's gone bad, it's gone bad. It doesn't really matter what the date on the package is, and you need to be able to assess it for yourself. Sell-by dates are used by the stores in rotating their merchandise, and a lot of stores, in order to make sure their product is fresh, will throw out foods a few days before the sell-by date because they know the American consumer, I can't speak for other countries, but they know the American consumer isn't going to want to purchase something when it's just a couple days from its sell-by date. And, you know, I don't either. If I go to buy milk and it has a sell-by date or a best by date, and that's 2 days away, even though I know the milk is going to be good for some time after that date, I always dig to the back. I reach behind the milks in the front. I go to the back to try to find one with a date that's farther in the future, just to give me more time to consume the milk before it does go bad. But no, that milk is not going to go bad. It's not all of a sudden going to be sour on the date on the package, and they don't need to be throwing it away 2 days ahead of time. I know that. We all know that. So your sell-by dates, yes, the stores use those to rotate their merchandise, and that leads to a lot of food being thrown away because, again, the consumer interprets that as, oh, the food's expired, I can't eat that. So they either won't buy it when it's getting close to the sell-by date, or if you have that food at home and you look in your pantry and you pull out that box of crackers, then you say, oh my God, it's expired, and you throw it away, and then you have to go out and buy more. Well, that brings us to the best by dates too, which have nothing to do with food safety whatsoever at all. The best by dates are the company telling you. The company who made the food is saying, we guarantee that our food is going to taste super fresh and delicious. Our crackers will be crispy and everything's going to be great up to this date. After that date, the food's still good. It's fine. It's probably fine for a long time, but we're not going to guarantee that it's super at its best. It won't be dangerous to consume. We're not saying that. We're just saying not at its best. What does that do? What does that do to the American consumer? Well, when you do have that product at home and you see that date in your pantry, you pull out your cereal and you see, oh my God, it said best by October 3rd, and that's today. I need to throw this out. I can't eat these Cheerios anymore. Come on, that's ridiculous. Honest to God, why do people actually believe that this food has expired? People actually believe that. They really believe they can't eat the food after that date. Taste the freaking food. If it's stale, it's stale. You know, some things are going to go stale before their date if you've opened them and you live in a humid environment. I mean, in New Jersey in the summer when it's humid, things like crackers, they go stale faster because they're absorbing that humidity. Of course, you can pop them in the oven at a really low heat and kind of dry them out, crisp them up, and they'll be fine again. I mean, there are ways to bring those stale or humidity touched foods back to crispy delightfulness, but the best by date has to do with the company guaranteeing its food quality. Has nothing to do with food safety. And again, in America, the FDA, which don't even get me going on the FDA, because as far as I'm concerned, the FDA is not there to protect the consumer. It's there to protect the interests of large agribusinesses. But that's another topic, and I'm sure there are others who have dealt with that topic in a much more cohesive and coherent and sensible and smart manner than I could give justice to. But anyway, the FDA, not really there for us. So anywho, the FDA is not saying that these foods have an expiration, just baby food. And of course, yes, you do want to protect babies. I think that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? But none of these other foods have actual expiration dates. So you just have to use some common sense. Assess the food for yourselves. Now, in terms of pulling it out of a dumpster, if it's in the dumpster and it's close to its best by date, I mean, that doesn't mean the food's gone bad. But when you're assessing dumpster food, you have to assess with a few other criteria as well. I mean, you're looking at moldiness, you're looking at the packaging, you're looking at what else the food might have touched. Okay, but that's really, it's, you know, the best by and the sell by dates are really not the problem there, okay? And hey, if you don't believe me, check it out yourselves. Google it. Do your own research. Except you can believe me, because I'm not making this up, okay? All right, thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked this video and you haven't already subscribed, or even if you didn't like this video, just go ahead and subscribe. Just do it as a favor. It's a charitable thing, okay? Be charitable. Be kind. Click to subscribe. Click that little bell button so you'll get notified of future uploads. I have a bug crawling on my arm. That's what happens when you make videos outside. Leave your comments below, you know, the super positive and reaffirming ones, because that's what I like. And yeah, I know the camera's probably too close to my face, but it's at the end of my arm, and my arm only goes just so far away. Share this video on social media. That means like on Facebook and stuff like that. And follow us on Instagram at Freakin' Frugal Dumpster Diving. And if you want to check out the, I've told you this before, the headlamp that we use for dumpster diving, or the, I'm saying like the claw hand, which some people call a grabber. Check the link in the description box below to Amazon, to our little Amazon storefront, where those things are available if and you want to be purchasing that type of thing, plus other things we like, other things we recommend, just things we personally like. There you go. Christmas is coming. Time to buy that grabber for, you know, Mom, Dad, Aunt Myrtle, whatever. Everybody in the family needs a grabber, right? All right, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. You guys are super. Don't forget it. Stay frugal.